You need people. You need people like me so you can point your fucking fingers and say, that's the bad guy. So, what'll I make you? Good?
I had to do it. I wasn't gonna do it, but I had to do it. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, it is a viral video going around of a young man by the name of Kevin Samuels who had a conversation with a young lady. And for those people that have not seen the video, I'm going to show the video, and I'm also going to show someone kind of giving their feedback on the video. I've actually been seeing this, and actually, the more women that I've seen this, especially African American women, I've seen that they've had a certain response to what this man has said. I don't know if I should give what I feel before or after. I'll give it after. So let's do that. Let me do it afterwards, and just let me just go ahead and play this thing for you guys, so that way you can kind of get a feel of what it is that I'm saying, or whatever case may be.
How the f*** you gonna be an alpha male in another man's country? You're in the white man's suit, in the white man's land, talking down to black women who want to build black families, calling yourself an alpha male and you're just an omega boy. Come on. You're a boy in this land. A boy.
And Samuel tried to help you, and I'm telling you I'm being mean. Get the fuck out of my phone. I'm tired of y'all doing this shit.
He's abusive. He's abusive. Did you hear that? He's abusive. Oh my God, he's abusive. That is the type of man who would want you to feel down about yourself so that he can take his fist and pummel you and you feel like you can't go anywhere because he has already destructed your self-esteem. But you know what? There's something inside of her, like when she sat up there and she said that she was a 5. There's something inside of her that makes her feel as if that conversation, his content, what does she expect? Calling into this toxic man's show. Oh, Lord have mercy. And then he had the nerve to use profanity at her. Are you out of your doggone mind? You think that you're the high-value male calling this woman a broad and cussing her out as she gets off of your show? Get the F out of here is what he said. If he's talking like that to a woman on the internet, imagine how he talks behind closed doors. Probably calling them all types of B's and H's and telling them how they ain't good for nothing. This is why self-abusing 20-year-olds, I know what a 20-year-old is like. What 20-year-old wants some damn grandpa? What 20-year-old who truly loves herself and is in a happy, healthy place in her life really wants some man with some long, hairy, scraggly, saggy, wrinkly, stretchy balls swinging around her? Come on now. Especially one that is so just toxic. Ugh. Listen, you all ever seen those porno movies where there's one man and a whole bunch of booties up in the air and he's going from one booty to the next?
Okay. Listen. I've seen a lot of commentary on this Kevin Samuels guy. A lot of females have been saying a lot of things about this guy. And I'm going to say my piece because I'm all about giving tough love. Okay. So this goes to Tanya TKO, Cynthia G, and a whole bunch of other women that I've seen that have jumped on this bandwagon of saying this guy was out of line and this guy is abusive and this guy. First of all, ladies and gentlemen, there is something called an individual responsibility, right? That lady called into this man's show as a woman, and she gave feedback to this man where they had a conversation. And that conversation, whether you like it or not, at any point in time, she could have ended this conversation. I think my issue is that for all the things that I've seen people say in regards to this interview or this commentary or conversation between Kevin Samuels and this young lady, is I've heard worse things being said about this man versus what he actually said. And to me, I honestly, personally, I think it's unfair. I think it's unfair. I've heard women say something about, oh, well, because he makes six figures, he thinks he's all that. Well, my issue is that the women that's complaining about, first of all, you get a lot of women that are vindictive, that are toxic, that are narcissists, or whatever the case may be. And the first thing they do is they put titles on men. They put titles on men of a certain gender, of a certain race, and they say certain things like, oh, well, that's a Dusty, or that's this and that's that. And my thing about it is, God forbid if a woman is scorned. Let me ask y'all something, man. Let me ask you something. At what point in time do you get a chance to actually have a tough conversation? At what point in time do you actually get a chance to tell people, hey, listen, your shit stink. Your shit stinks. At what point in time do you get a chance to say, come here, let's have this conversation? And it's so amazing to me how people discredit you because of what they feel like. Okay, Kevin Samuels exposing this woman means that he's exposing all women. Let's change the narrative. Cynthia G, let me talk to you. Tanya TKO, let me talk to you. I thought that what you guys did was very inappropriate, unprofessional, and disrespectful. Period. You said this man was an abuser. You said this man was this. You said this man was that. And I'm just like, you know what's so funny to me, man? These are the same women that are saying black men need to step up, black men need to communicate, black men need to have better jobs, black men need to be fathers. And here's my thing. What's funny about it is you can't say the same narrative to a man that you don't know. You can't say the same narrative. Like, every narrative don't fit every black woman, and every narrative don't fit every goddamn black man. You know what I'm saying? And it's some people, it's like, you know how some people say they self-hating? Some people get on this whole thing of, well, let me just say this about you, and that should fit because this is what fits everybody that looks like you, everybody that's a black man, everybody that's a black woman. But everything doesn't fit everybody, and it's just interesting to me that some people feel like, you know what I'm saying, this was a situation where, let me say this about this man. And it's like I'm sitting there and I'm just like, and I wanted to play the whole video, but I'm just kind of like, to be honest with y'all, I'm just like, this lady sat there and called this man every name under the sun. Equated his behavior to be this like abusive and toxic and all this other stuff, versus him just saying, this is how he feels. You understand what I'm saying? Somebody said Kevin Samuels was out of fucking line. He was out of control. He disrespected a black woman. Hell no, we riding. And then I sat down and I actually looked at the interview and I said, well, do you know what self-esteem is? No one can give you self-esteem. Self-esteem is you. You know what I'm saying? If you're a black woman or a black man or a white man or a white, whatever, right? And you sit down and you let someone, if you feel like someone is talking to you disrespectful, whose job is it to correct it? Is it the bystanders, or is it you in that situation? You feel like you are being verbally assaulted, verbally disrespected. Whose job is it to say, oh, hell no, I know goddamn well. But sometimes people realize that what is being told to me has an ounce of truth, has a certain significance that makes me want to say, well, goddamn, I never heard it like this before. So when you take the Cynthia G's and the Tanya TKOs with all the facial expressions and with all of the verbiage of how wrong this man was, I'm just kind of like, man, like the average things that you put on people may not fit this narrative. You know what I'm saying? I heard Cynthia G. She had this whole panel, like 4 other women saying, "Let's go in on this guy. Let's take this video and say how he's a dusty and how he's not important and how he's probably liking Becky." And I'm just like, dude, why are we so toxic as people? Why are we so toxic as people? Like, why do black women talk about black men so bad? Why do black men talk about black women so bad? Like, and I'm sitting there and I'm listening to the Cynthia G thing and my head is starting to hurt. I'm like, damn. Like, these 4 women are going in and I'm just like, oh, he thinks because he got 6 figures, he's somebody. Where if he lived in New York or he lived in California, it wouldn't matter. And I'm just like, I'm almost curious to say, you know what I'm saying, to the point to say, how much money do you make? What's your salary? Like, how much money do you make? Like, because this man can obviously say, I make 6 figures and I want this type of woman. And these are my standards and my morals. It is interesting when you hear someone say, these are my standards and my morals. But if somebody else has standards and morals, they're wrong. They're toxic. Kanye TKO. Like, you like to do the facial expressions a lot. So if this man has morals and standards and he feels a certain type of way, then that's how he feels. But it's not up to you or me or anybody else to stand up for someone that would had the conversation. When you call into a show, you know what it is to expect. That lady knew what to expect. And if she's not confident in her abilities to have a conversation, confident in her abilities to stand on her own 2 feet and have the conversation, then she shouldn't have called in. But if he's saying that you, lady, are average, well, is she? Is she? The thing about what I find is so interesting is I find that most people feel like, especially like as a black man, if you see another black man being slighted or talked about, that represents all black men. And I think that black women do the same thing. Like, if you see a black woman being talked about, that represents all black women. And no, it's not. Individualize yourself. Everybody don't like the same shit. Every black person don't like watermelon. Every black person don't like chicken. So when you see somebody in a conversation and they're having a back and forth, the narrative is those 2 people. The narrative is not all black people. And I think that when you have the Cynthia G's and you have the Tanya TKOs, it's like, oh, hell no. Let me say this about this black man. And they had so much name calling. It was so much name. It's like, I can respect you if you just say, you know what? I didn't like his tone. I didn't like his feedback. Right? I didn't like the conversation. But it's just like, let me tell you about his character. Tanya TKO went as far to say, oh, he's abusive. Isn't that slander, Tanya? Like, how can you say this man is abusive because he's stating to a woman? First of all, it's like this. Everybody doesn't respond the same type of way. Just because you pop your ass and you twerk and you do a whole bunch of shit, don't mean I need to be responsive. Don't mean I need to pull out a fucking wob of money and just start saying, let me make it rain. Everybody is not the same. But if he did that, then you would say, oh, he's a dusty because he did X, Y, and Z. Because he doesn't respond to that, he's still a dusty. Like, this is, and I don't even know how much deep dive I want to even do into this Kevin Samuels situation or whatever. But I was like, bro, shut the hell up, bro. Shut the hell up. Have people on your show to sign a disclaimer and say, look, we are going to have a difficult conversation. Are you ready? Because my thing about it is, it's almost like you have people to come on your show as a guest and you are now responsible for their self-esteem. You are now responsible for them speaking up for themselves. That's how Cynthia G is playing it. That's how Tanya TKO is playing it. She need to speak up for all black women. No, she not. It's about her. It's about her. If she lacks confidence, that's about her. No one can boost your self-esteem. It's about you boosting your own self-esteem. And if you can't have a conversation to motherfucking handle your own shit, don't expect everybody else to run to your goddamn defense. That's how I see it. But I'm saying the name calling that you're using, it's like, first of all, you show how credible this man is. When you say, how dare this man speak to her like that? My thing about it is, well, she got a mouth. Somebody said, oh, he talked to her like she was 12 years old. Well, is she 12 years old? She's not. So you can't use that narrative. That's one. And two, the fact of the matter is, this woman, not one time was her microphone muted. Not one time was he calling her like out of her name. So this is an opportunity for her to have the conversation. And I think what gets under my skin is the fact that, you know what I'm saying, people, I'm tired of watching people take shots at black men like it's so cool, or take shots at black women like it's so cool. My thing about it is, if you engage in a difficult conversation, and in that conversation, the other person is able to outline some shit that fit your narrative. Okay, you insecure, you're toxic, you're a narcissist. If they're able to outline shit that you're doing that fits your narrative, how the fuck can you turn around and say, oh, hell no? It ain't no oh, hell no. It is what it is. That man was able to have a conversation with a woman and basically be like, to me, you're average. Hold on, wait a minute. Hold on, bro. Bring y'all ass here. Come here. Come here. This man can't call her average, but how many women do you know on a daily basis will say that man is average for working a 9-to-5 job? That man is average because, oh, he got baby mamas. That man is average because, oh, well, he don't drive a Bugatti. He drive a Honda. He's average. So then when you find a man that feels like, hey, you know what? I've raised the bar. You know, I only date these type of women that live in these type of areas, that have this type of credit score, that have this amount of kids. Like, if he raises the bar for himself and he's able to say, this is what I bring to the table, and it's all this shit, every fucking person that I've met have outlined themselves. Oh, well, you need to have a job. Fuck a job. You need to have a career. Matter of fact, not a career. You need to be the boss of that career. You need to look good. You need to smell good. You need to carry yourself a certain type of way. You need to be an alpha male. So this man proclaims, Kevin Samuels proclaims, I am all the things that you say that you're looking for, but you are not anything that I am looking for. What's the problem? What's the problem? Why can't he say that? Black men can't have standards when it comes to black women, but black women can have standards when it comes to black men. Y'all got it fucked up. Let's talk about it. That's ridiculous. That makes no sense. That makes no sense. It's like, if you have an opinion about a black woman, the best way to defend what is being said is to gang up on the black man. Why can't the person that you're talking about have enough common sense and have enough tenacity to say, okay, let's have this conversation? First of all black men are not perfect. All black women are not perfect. There are things that we need to discuss as men and women to get to the motherfucker, to move the ball forward. And here's my thing. My thing is that when you have men and women like Kevin Samuels and this woman have this conversation, they moving the ball forward. Because if she wasn't an average woman, you know what she would be able to do? Defend herself. If she was confident about the skin that she was in, you know what she would be able to do? Defend herself. If she had good credit, you know what she would be able to do? Defend herself. If she didn't have a whole lot of goddamn kids, you know what she would be able to do? Defend herself. If she was an entrepreneur, she would be able to defend herself. So if this man says, I have all the things that a woman would look for, however, you do not possess the qualities that I would be looking for, why would you get mad at the man for saying it? Why would you take it to a point where now, just because he's talking a certain type of way, oh, he's abusive? I looked at this lady and I looked at her facial expressions, and then I looked at how many people was like trying to agree with her. And I was just like, you're calling this man an abuser and he's toxic because he's telling this woman, you ain't my cup of tea. Everybody ain't your cup of tea. Everybody ain't gonna be feeling you. And for some reason, black men and black women and just people in general, they get so upset when people say, you not my cup of tea. Keep it moving. Keep it moving then. If they don't like dark-skinned people, keep it moving. If they don't like short people, keep it moving. If they don't like fat people, keep it moving. Your credit score's under 615. Keep it moving. You can't demand, oh, you better like me. You can't make that man like this woman if he don't like this woman. If he has certain standards, if he done went to school and busted his ass to get to where he at. He didn't open up a goddamn business and busted his ass to get to where he at. Who the fuck are you to tell him, Cynthia G or Tanya TKO, oh, he's a dusty because of how he talked to her? Bruh. Take the emotional aspect out of it. Let's take the emotional aspect out of it and let's really look at what the fuck is really going on. What's really going on is the fact that we have an opportunity to have a conversation. This is a man and a woman having a conversation. You know what I'm saying? Whether they kept it at the urban community or whether they said this is just men and women. I love the just men and women conversation. A lot of times because we're black, we keep everything urban, but everything's not urban. Some things relate across, you know what I'm saying, across the spectrum. My thing about this, let's keep this across the spectrum right now. If I have a conversation with a woman and a woman tells me, you know, I'm really looking for someone that is light-skinned, that's 6'6", and that's an NBA player. Huh? I'm looking for someone that fits this criteria. Why the hell would I be like, oh hell no? Because that's what she looking for. She say, you know what, Mario, you're average. You don't fit the narrative and the perspective that I want you to be, that I want to be with. I can't fault her because of how the fuck she feel. Why would I go then to another platform and say, oh, well, let me just call her a bunch of names as if that's going to make my shit elevated? No, she got called out on her shit. If she's average to him, then she's average to him. Everybody ain't the same. If I own a business, my credit is good, I got money in the bank, I'm doing my shit. I am doing my shit. Who the fuck is you to tell somebody, oh, you doing your shit, but? Huh? You doing your shit, but? Cynthia G, Tanya TKO, a lot of this shit that you guys spew out is so much hatred and confusion. It's so much hatred and confusion. I challenge any one of you all to a live discussion. I challenge, and you can bring your followers because I can guarantee the conversation is going to be different. This man doesn't have the right to have standards and principles and morals based on who he is and how he's elevated his life. Is he the person that has baby mama drama? Is he the person that has a low credit score? Is he the person that don't have a place to live? Is he the person that don't have a vehicle? Like, if he doesn't fit the narrative of the dusty revolution that you promote, the black man, sorry black man narrative that you promote, so now we making up shit? It's like we're making up shit for this man to sound ridiculous. This black woman had an opportunity to have a conversation with this man and represent who she was, her character, her morals, her standards. And my thing about it is if she fell short, that is nobody's fault but her own. But to take some commentary and say, let me call this black man all this name, that's unacceptable. That's unacceptable. And the people that support that narrative, the people that push that narrative, they don't get it. They don't fucking get it. And I'm just hoping that wherever they at, they stay. They stay. Bring me your leader. What they say, bring me your boss. Let me talk to your boss. You're punishing me or you're criticizing me or you're condemning me because I have standards about who I want in my life. If a black man dates a white woman, oh, you're this, you're that, you're this, you're this. If a black man says, oh, I don't want women that wear weave, oh, you're this, you're this, you're this. If a black man said, I don't want a black woman that's loud, you're this, you're this, you're this. It's like all of this finger pointing. It's like, my thing about it is, pick the motherfucker that is right for you, that you want in your life. I don't care what color they is. I don't care where they come from. I don't care what they look like. Pick somebody that love you for you. Be with somebody that cares about you. Forget all the dumb shit. Forget all the dumb shit. You got people that are making money off of social media by saying, let me condemn all black men. Let me condemn all black women. That is ridiculous. And it's people applauding that shit. And it's so hard to have a real conversation with somebody to say, you know what, bro, I know I ain't perfect. You know, I may only have a 735 credit score. Well, you know what, baby boo-boo, you need to have an 800 credit score. That don't make me a dud. That don't make me a dusty. That don't make me a narcissist or whatever other crazy ass names people put out there for black men. And vice versa for black women. It's like, where do we stand? Are we trying to build together or are we just motherfucking just hoping that, you know what's so funny though? A lot of the people that promote these rhetoric, like this crazy ass, these narratives, they don't even believe this shit themselves. Ladies and gentlemen, start checking the people that you fucking following, bro. Start checking them. They don't believe that shit. Facts. All of these people talking about, oh, well, as black women, I would never date a white boy. Forget a white boy, right? Fine. Let me tell you something. Let a goddamn white boy pull up, right? Smelling good, looking good, you know what I'm saying? Seems like he got his shit together, saying the right things, doing the right things. Bruh. I'm telling you right now, for every fucking black woman, for every black man that swear to God they got such an issue with everybody, check the narrative. Check the narrative. Because this shit is some toxic ass behavior. That shit is toxic as fuck. A black man having an opinion saying this is average. You're an average person. Maybe the fuck you are. Maybe you are. If you can't argue the fact that you're not average, because nobody can defend you better than you. That's one, right? So two, you can't lay out what makes you not average. Then motherfucker, you average. You average. So everything he's saying is fucking credible and relevant. But for some reason, when you tell a motherfucker the truth, when you give a motherfucker tough love, for some reason, we need to condemn you. We need to condemn you, Kevin Samuels. We need to make a whole bunch of videos about you, Kevin Samuels. How dare you disrespect that black woman by giving her some tough love? Bruh, that black woman ain't had no muzzle on her mouth. That black woman is strong enough to stand on her own 2 feet, and I definitely believe that. You know what I'm saying? But when you got other people that say, okay, well, since you didn't do a good enough job, since you ain't do a good enough job, we're going to take this goddamn interview or this conversation and we're going to call them a bunch of names and change the narrative. We're going to call Kevin Samuels abusive. This motherfucker ain't hit nobody. This motherfucker was literally had candles and some spooky dark Dracula shit going on, having a conversation with this woman and somewhere else in the world on the screen. How the fuck do you get abusive out of that? How do you relate his behavior to something toxic and narcissist? But yet you can sit, you all as women can sit on fucking on platforms and say how bad black men are. Let me say this to you. Does it make what he said irrelevant because it was coming from a black man? Because when is the last time that you seen a woman check another woman? Huh? This society is promoting being a hoe. Share it. Go ahead. Share it. Take the time and share the shit. Matter of fact, I'm gonna do something for y'all. I'm gonna do some shit for y'all. I'm gonna give you a minute to share the shit. Let's go.
You're all a bunch of fucking assholes. You know why? You don't have the guts to be what you want to be. You need people like me. You need people like me so you can point your fucking fingers and say, that's the bad guy. So? What'll I make you? Good?
Ladies and gentlemen, if you are just tuning in for the second half of this motherfucking conversation, congratulations and kudos to you. Come in and go ahead and share. I wasn't going to do this shit, but I feel like, I need to say something because some people is just like really extra disrespectful. Like they extra disrespectful. And I understand when stories come out, people put a spin on it to make it sound bigger and better than what it is or worse than what it is. And I looked at the Kevin Samuels interview. This gentleman that was having a conversation with this young lady, both African American, and the gentleman was basically saying like, look, to me you average. You're an average female. Like I wouldn't blink twice at you. You wouldn't be on my radar. Like you ain't my cup of tea. I ain't feeling you like that. When I see you, I don't see you. Y'all understand what I'm saying? Here's the thing. What is the difference between this black man saying it to a black woman versus when a black woman says it about a black man? There is no fucking difference. There's no difference. And then women like Cynthia G and Tanya TKO, this is the narrative that they push. That black men are not good enough. Black men are broke. Black men don't take care of their children. Black men don't want to be in relationships. So when you have someone that says, I'm an alpha male, I'm with all that. I'm with having a good relationship. I'm with goddamn good credit. I'm with goddamn money in the bank and investments and traveling and all that other bullshit. I'm with that. However, you are not good enough. You as an individual woman, based on the things that you're saying, based on how you carry yourself, you're not good enough. What's the problem? You can dish it, but you can't take it. That's the issue. The issue is no one wants to have the tough conversation. I can tell you all about your life. I can talk dirty about you, talk about you like a dog. But if you turn around and you say something about me, that's our issue. We can't have a tough conversation. I don't feel that Kevin Samuels did anything wrong. I felt like he had an adult conversation with a woman that was an adult. If that was a 15-year-old girl, oh yeah, this would be a totally different live. If that was somebody where every time she went to go talk, he pressed mute so you couldn't hear her reaction, this would be a totally different conversation. It was somebody that was handicapped, right? Totally different conversation. Somebody, for some reason, their mic was going in and out and the Wi-Fi was cutting up and he was just acting a donkey. It'd be a totally different conversation. But however, none of that happened. This lady was able to articulate herself, to defend herself. And for some reason, because black women feel like she didn't do a good job. So what we gonna do, is we gonna take it upon ourselves to take the interview and point out where we think this man is abusive. He beat women. He's controlling. What? What? I'm just like, bro, when did the narrative go to he's an abuser and all of this other bullshit? Huh? I'm just saying. Does anybody want to come on here and talk about this shit? Because this shit is crazy to me. I'm just saying this shit is crazy as fuck to me. You know what I'm saying? Let me put this on here and see if I can bring some people in here, man. Because I'm just like, you know, my thing about it is I understand that he has some choice words for her and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. My whole thing about this, man, confidence is confidence. You know what I'm saying? And my issue is that, you know what I'm saying, I understand that, you know, of course it's about loving our black women and protecting our black women and providing for our homes and, you know, got it. You don't have to tell me that. My thing about it is if a man tells you this is fucked up, I don't consider this to be relative. I don't consider this to be rational. I don't consider this to be right. At what point in time do you say, you got a point? At what point in time? To me, this ain't no shit you can just, oh, well, let me just joke this away. Let me just criticize this away. Let me criticize you enough to say that your point is not relevant and whatever we say is relevant. Bro, let me tell you something. For some reason in this country, we have this narrative of if something is said that we don't like, even if it's truthful or not, we can criticize it away. We can make what you're saying not relevant to a point. Let's say that you tell someone, well, I don't like females that wear weave, right? Now all of a sudden, if I say that, I'll take the blunt of this. If I say I don't like females who wear weave, then there'll be a female that says in the comments that says, oh, well, that means you ain't no good father. I swear, I'm laughing, but I'm dead ass. For real. And that's crazy to me. Isn't that crazy? If you don't like a particular thing, that means that something else is wrong with you. Like something else is wrong with how you are, like your character. I don't like females that wear a lot of makeup. Oh, that means that you wouldn't be good in a relationship. Huh? I don't like females who use salt and pepper in their eggs. Oh, that means your dick is small. Like, what the fuck? Bro, I'm telling you, man. Y'all, listen, I'm laughing, but y'all need to listen to some of these people and just sit back and watch their behavior, how they talk about shit. Like, as a black man, when I talk about women, like, I'm never nasty about it. You understand what I'm saying? I'm never nasty. Like, look at how she walks. Look at how she talks. Like, I'm never nasty about it. When I talk about men, I'm never nasty about it. I want you to sit back and I want you to watch certain people, right? And I want you to watch how nasty they are when they talk about people. It's nasty. You're talking about Kevin Samuels. It's like, oh, well, he's this and he's that. How do you know that? How do you know that? None of you are psychologists. None of you. I've been deemed an expert by NBC, a relationship expert. Can NBC give out a doctorate? Can MTV, VH1, BET, can they just, here's a doctorate. You're now a relationship expert. What? Get the fuck out of here. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to say this to y'all, man. I'm going to say this. Would I have done some different things, you know what I'm saying, besides what Kevin Samuels done? Definitely. But I don't think that him having a realistic conversation about his standards and morals and what he thinks is average is wrong. You called into his show. He gave you his opinion. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like, you know what I'm saying, a lot of people, they don't want to hear truth. They don't want to have that tough conversation, especially if it goes against the narrative that they want to promote. If you say, oh, women shouldn't be twerking at Walmart. Oh, how dare you? You trying to take away women's rights. This is my body. Da, 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 da. Like, no, that's just not my thing. You do you if that's what you want to do. But you can't expect me to pay homage and pay attention. A lot of people feel like you should pay homage and pay attention to fuckery and bullshit. And then when you don't, something's wrong with you. Something wrong with you if you don't want to sit on the internet all day and gossip. If you don't want to take people's phone talking about, oh, well, let's talk about old girl that worked with us. Something wrong with you. If you're not worried about, you know what I'm saying, the things that's going on around the corner, down the street, with Uncle Marvin, with Sister Louie, something wrong with you if you don't want to be a part of the bullshit. And that's crazy. Standards and morals only work when it benefits the people that's listening. If he was sitting up there, honestly, pulling a Derrick Jackson and saying, girl, shit, can't nobody say you wrong. You that motherfucker. What? Shit, he wrong, girl. He don't appreciate, he don't respect you, girl. He need to be a better man. If he was doing all that shit, oh my God, oh, Jesus Christ, oh Lord, he the Messiah. But as soon as he say, oh no, I ain't feeling you like that. Oh hell no, who are you talking to? I know goddamn well. Let me call Sister Ann. Sister Ann, this motherfucker tripping. We gotta do better, man. We gotta do better. Kevin Samuels ain't the problem. The problem is we're scared to have a tough conversation without name calling, without putting people on the spot and holding people accountable. That's the problem. That's the problem. If you call into a show and you're subpar and he points out why you're subpar, then you subpar. I don't care how much you say afterwards. I don't care how many people jump on a bandwagon afterwards. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, you know what happened with Roy Jones and Mike Tyson? Huh? Now, we both know Roy didn't knock out Mike. Mike didn't knock out Roy. We all know that. We got it, right? But there was a lot of dudes talking about what they would have did afterwards. No, motherfucker, it's about the people in the ring now. It's about what's going down now. You got a chance. I got a chance. We got a chance to have this motherfucking conversation. Don't talk about what you would have did afterward. Cynthia G., Tanya TKO. Oh, well, I would have. You would have what? You would have what? This man says he makes 6 figures. He makes 6 figures. Ladies and gentlemen, how many people you know make 6 figures right now? Cynthia G hosted a panel on her page. Facts that said, oh, six figures ain't nothing. Well, goddamn, you advocate that black men don't make money, black men are broke, black men don't take care of the kids, they don't take care of their responsibilities. This man right now is saying, bruh, I make 6 figures. You know what I'm saying? I consider myself to be an alpha male. I carry myself a certain way and I expect certain shit. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with somebody being proud of their accomplishments? What's wrong with that? Can you imagine somebody being upset because you live in a mansion? Because you drive a Bugatti? Because all your kids is taken care of? Can you imagine somebody be upset with you? Oh, he think he all that. Then you got Tanya TKO talking about, oh, he abusive. He abusive because he's being direct with this woman and telling her, bruh, I'm not feeling you. Get the fuck out of here with that bullshit. You don't move me. And she's not confident. When do you put the onus on the person that's actually talking to the motherfucking person? You in this fight, you have this conversation. If I'm talking to a woman and I'm saying, let's have this conversation, babe. Let's have this conversation. And the woman can't have a conversation. She need her friend to advocate for her. I'm going to lose respect for the motherfucker I'm talking to directly. I'm not going to want your number. I'm going to want your friend number, dumbass. That's just real shit. I'm going to want the other person that's advocating for you. Because obviously you can't handle your own conversation. You call into a show. You already know that this man is about fucking telling you certain type of shit, a certain type of way. So either you like the conversation, you like the man having the conversation, or you like the attention or the combination of all three. Ladies and gentlemen, when you find somebody confident, a lot of times they're not going to play with you. A lot of times they're going to be straight direct and tell you what the fuck it is because they don't have time to play. When a motherfucker don't need you, let me talk to you. I say, when a motherfucker don't need you, it's different. They carry themselves different. Ladies, when a man don't need you, what? When your WAP is it might be good, but he like, chick, don't let me pick my phone up. Huh? And the same thing go for females. When a motherfucker don't need you, they don't need your attention. They don't need goddamn a place to stay. They don't need a car. They don't need your money. They don't need your time. They don't need your energy. Oh, Lord. When they don't need you, they carry themselves different. You ever seen two motherfuckers together that don't need each other but enjoy each other's time and company? That's some sexy shit. That is some sexy shit. I don't need you. I'm good. Like I'm literally good. What you ordering? Shit, all right, it's on me. Huh? That wasn't the conversation Kevin Samuels was having with that fucking lady. He was telling her, I don't need you. She was not having that type of conversation. She did not have that goddamn level of confidence. Huh? But before she picked up the fucking phone, she knew it. She knew it and he knew it. He knew she didn't have the confidence. Stop trying to goddamn go into a place that you know you ain't supposed to be. Oh, well, I know that y'all said you got to have a button up to come in here, but I'm wearing this jersey. So you causing ruckus about y'all not seating me because I'm wearing the jersey. No, motherfucker, they not seating you because you ain't got a button up on. Get the fuck out of here. Huh? Just like at True Kitchen. Oh, well, she can stand up and twerk. What's wrong with that? Hold on. And then tell a motherfucker who said, I came up with a business plan. I got the money. I opened it up. I got these chefs. I'm doing everything I need to do. And you going to come in here and stand on my motherfucking furniture. Oh, but I don't like how he talked to her. Get the fuck out of here. Huh? When you listen to the WAP song and it's super degrading. It's super degrading if a man comes and say, hey, don't stand on my goddamn shit. I'm trying to do a little bit goddamn something to give back to my community and promote my community and show black people we can have some nice shit. I can make him bust before I ever meet him. I want you to hit the little thingity thing in the back of my Come on, man. I'm being real. Like y'all be killing me with this shit. You know what I'm saying? Y'all be killing me with this shit. It's like, let's point out these men and say that these men ain't this and these men ain't that. It's like, okay, cool. No problem. Let's point out some shit. Cool. That's fine. We can point out a bunch of shit. The issue is, at what point in time do we start saying right is right and wrong is wrong? Shout out to Delicate Jewel. I got some people in the building right now. Miss Green is back in the building. Huh? At what point in time do we start saying right is right and wrong is wrong? I don't care if you're a male. I don't care if you're a female. My thing about it is, if you ain't on your A game, don't come stepping to me. Don't come stepping to me. You gonna get your feelings hurt. Huh? You gonna get your feelings. Listen, man, I had this woman, man. Coach was popping. I had a woman step to me one time, right? And you know what? It's so funny because it was like, oh yeah, you know, I'm feeling you and blah 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 blah. Da, 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 da. And I was like, cool, you know what I'm saying? Cool, I'm with it. And so, you know, as we get more into the conversation, I'm just like, you know, I'll say, yo, tell me a little bit about yourself or whatever case be. And she was just like, oh yeah, you know, I'm into, you know, hitting the mall and doing a lot of shopping and blah, blah, blah. And I'm waiting for her to get to, you know, opening a business. I'm going to school, you know, shit, I'm raising my kids, whatever. I'm waiting for her to get to something substantial. Everything she's talking about is materialistic. Is buying this, is buying that. Of course, she's not in a position to buy none of this shit. It's just like, oh, as soon as I get some money, I'm going to go get this. As soon as I get some money, I'm going to go get that. Okay. But should that make my penis hard or something? Like, should I be excited because you want to go, oh, yeah, and I'm going to go buy these new bundles. Wait till they see my nails. This ain't going to be on fleek. And I'm looking at this. I'm like, am I supposed to get excited because she going to buy some new nails? What the fuck? And I'm waiting for her to say something that's going to be like, okay, all right, I can work with that. Cool. So would I be wrong if I be like, you average to me, you basic? Can you imagine me making a video saying you're basic and then having another black woman to be like, oh, you only said that because you abuse women. You don't take care of your kids. You a dusty. Like that, come on, bro. Jesus Christ. Y'all be listening to these motherfuckers. I don't know how Cynthia G is still employed, bro. I don't know how Tanya TKO is still employed. I don't know how all of these people who pit black men against black women, women against black, like I don't know how they still are like credible. That shit is crazy. That shit crazy. And for you motherfuckers listening to these people around your goddamn kids, at your job, with your friends, and thinking this shit's so cool, like, oh yeah, let's sit in this little chat room and talk about these black men and how bad they are. So nobody gonna talk about materialistic motherfuckers who goddamn say if you working a 9-to-5 job, you ain't credible, or how motherfucker, oh, you don't want to be home, and you know, if you black, that means you're not consistent, and you know, you don't know the love languages, and it's so much shit that I hear about black men on a daily basis. It is retarded. It's sickening. It's so much shit I hear about black women. It's retarded and sickening. But the issue is, who's being the honest broker? Huh? Who's being the common denominator? Who's willing to stand in the gap and say, I don't give a fuck what you look like, what gender you are, what race you are, nationality, ethnicity. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. I don't care. Why are you pitting me? Why do you want me to hate black women so much? Why do you want me to hate black women? Why do you want me to hate black men so much? Why are they so bad? Why are they so bad? Bruh, sis, what the fuck happened to you? Fuck that Kevin Samuel shit. What happened to you? What happened to you? Who hurt you? What hug didn't you get? What penis you ain't get? What vagina you didn't get? What baby you didn't have? What job you couldn't get? What happened to your punk ass? What happened? What happened? We want to know. I'm spewing out all this hatred. Yeah, y'all give me some money. Hit my cash app. Share my videos. Because I hate everybody. Knick-knack, paddywhack, I hate your motherfucking ass. You raising the next, you raising your kids on that hatred? On that nonsense? On that bullshit? And social media gives you a place to spread that rhetoric. They give you a place to spread that rhetoric. You're a dusty. You're this. You're that. And I'm just like, bruh, is this supposed to be empowering black men? You know what's so crazy and shit? Because some people used to say, when I used to have my little comments about certain YouTubers and shit, some people used to say, oh yeah, they don't do that all the time. It's just sometimes. Can you imagine a motherfucker punching you in your face one time? Oh, they don't do it all the time. It's just that one time. One time is enough, motherfucker. One time is enough. One time is enough. With all the shit that we got going on, police brutality, racism, goddamn this pandemic, the crazy ass election, you know what I'm saying? People dying left and right, all this shit, mass incarceration, shit happening in these urban communities, pedophiles, all the shit that we are up against as humans. Sex trafficking, all the shit that we are dealing with as humans. Can you imagine a motherfucker sitting their punk ass down, sitting in front of a camera talking to thousands of people? Hey, I'm a black man and let me tell you how I hate black women. Hey, I'm a black woman. Let me tell you how I hate black men. If I was a white dude, bro, I'd be sitting back laughing. I'll be laughing my ass off like, yo, look at these fucking idiots. Look at these idiots. Look at these idiots. They are condemning each other, bro. We good. Fuck mass incarceration. Fuck police brutality. We straight. They killing themselves. Delicate Jules says, Mario, can we talk about how physical attraction matters, but not anything else? Let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. Find somebody that love you. Find somebody that want to promote you. Find somebody that eat shit, breathe you. That's happy to be around you. Take you around their family. Take you around their friends. Take you around their job. Find somebody that want to have a conversation with you. You know what I'm saying? Don't listen, man. Listen, supporting motherfuckers who promote hatred is going to keep you away from finding somebody to love you. I'm telling you, they're going to keep you away from finding someone who adores you, respects you, who is spontaneous with you, who trusts you, who promotes loyalty with you, to have a generation or a future with you, right? Doing something successful. You got to change the narrative. You got to promote a different energy. Whatever people do to make their money, kudos to them. That's their lane. I'm going to stay in mine. My lane is being a common denominator. My lane is pointing out to you, trying to do something to jog your memory to say, hey, is this shit really working for me? Is this shit really working for me? Do I really hate black women? Do I really hate black men? Do I really just hate America? Because a lot of motherfuckers that say, I hate America. Why the fuck you ain't leave yet then? Get your shit. Gas your shit up and drive. I guarantee probably within the time it take you to gas your shit up 3 times, you'll be at some border somewhere. Leave. Mexico, Canada, leave. What I hate to hear is how everybody's talking shit, but you staying in the same house. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine a motherfucker talking shit in your house but won't leave? Now, let me get somebody that's pro-black or, you know what I'm saying, a Muslim or whatever. Oh, if you think that America's your land, something's wrong with you. Dumbass, I was born in America. I was born here. I'm not from Africa, brother. I'm from America. Now, when we talk about lineage, you know what I'm saying, ancestors, got it. Okay, cool, but I was born here. You know what I'm saying? I've done shit here. You know what I'm saying? You know how you say that you've done more than the average American? I've done more than the average American here. So, yeah, I want my motherfucking goddamn piece of the pie, goddammit. I ain't leaving. Give me my shit. And if I'm gonna complain about it, I have to be willing to do something about it. This is just a small part of what I can do. By reminding people, bro, me hating black women and you hating black men ain't cool. It ain't cool. Delicate Jewel says, I like Tanya TKO. She tries to uplift and men from what I've seen. She encourages both men and women on her channel. Her fan base just happens to be mainly female. I hear you. I hear you. But let me do something for you real quick or whatever. Because I just didn't like the energy that she was promoting on this. And maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just me. And y'all can tell me if I'm wrong. But hey, maybe it's just me. We'll see.
You gonna be an alpha male in another man's country. You're in the white man's suit, in the white man's land, talking down to black women who want to build black families, calling yourself an alpha male and you're just an omega boy. Come on. You're a boy in this land. A boy.
And Samuel tried to help you, and I'm telling me I'm being mean. Get the fuck out of my phone. I'm tired of y'all doing this shit.
He's abusive. He's abusive. Did you hear that? He's abusive. Oh my God, he's abusive. That is the type of man who would want you to feel down about yourself so that he can take his fist and pummel you and you feel like you can't go anywhere because he has already destructed your self-esteem. But you know what? There's something inside of her, like when she sat up there and she said that she was a 5. There's something inside of her that makes her feel as if that conversation, his content, what does she expect? Calling into this toxic man's show. Oh, Lord have mercy. And then he had the nerve to use profanity at her. Are you out of your doggone mind? You think that you're the high-value male calling this woman a broad and cussing her out as she gets off of your show? Get the F out of here is what he said. If he's talking like that to a woman on the internet, imagine how he talks behind closed doors. Probably calling them all types of B's and H's and tell them how they ain't good for nothing. This is why self-abusing 20-year-olds, I know what a 20-year-old is like. What 20-year-old wants some damn grandpa? What 20-year-old who truly, truly, truly loves herself and is in a happy, healthy place in her life really wants some man with some long, hairy, scraggly, saggy, wrinkly, stretchy balls swinging around her? Come on now. Especially one that is so just toxic. Ugh. Listen, you all ever seen those porno movies where there's one man and a whole bunch of booties up in the air and he's going from one booty to the next or one body to the next and he's just poking in? Yeah, we know what it is that he gets out of it. While he's doing all of that, there's every single woman that's waiting in that line is waiting for him to come through with what pleasure is she receiving? And it's like men like this. Let me calm down because I feel like I'm screaming. Men like him want to create the environment where black women have such low worth, such low esteem, such low self-value, that they just put themselves in a rotation where they just bunk up and just wait for some person to come through to just poke them and go to the next and just poke.
Can we stop the bullshit now? Can we stop the bullshit now? Let me tell you something right there. If you like that video, you full of shit. If you like what she just said, that was some bullshit. That was some bullshit. She compared what he said on his platform to females being in a porno with fat butts, bending over, waiting for the man to come poke them. Bruh, hold on, wait a minute. Hold on, because goddamn it, I make it fair over here. I make it fair. If you want to join, come join. Because right now, I'm confused about what we're looking at right now. I've watched Cynthia G and I watched Tanya TKO, and I've seen a lot of other commentary by women, and all of them are doing the same things. Let me compare what this man, in regards to him having standards and saying that you, lady, you as an individual lady, right? You don't measure up to what I feel is above average. You are average to me, ma'am. You may not have a degree. You may not have your own house. You may not have a car. You may not have a savings. You may not have good credit. Shit, whatever. The fact of the matter is, you're not my cup of tea. And you compare this man to a damn porno. You compare this man to being abusive. Come on, man. Here's my thing. If you about empowering, who the fuck are you empowering now? What are you empowering now? If you wanted to empower that woman, you know what you would have did? You would have reached out to her and talked to her on why she couldn't handle her own shit. That's the problem. We don't give tough love to people who look like us. We don't give tough love to men as men. We don't give tough love to women as women. You should have gave her ass some tough love. Girl, what you doing? What you doing? That wasn't his first episode. You know what's so funny? That was my first time ever seeing this brother. First time ever running across this video. And I saw the video and I said, well, damn, okay. It was a tough conversation. Either you can handle it or you can't. If you can't, get the fuck out the way and get somebody in there that can. But you can't say, oh, well, they was in the fight, so let me give y'all the real commentary. So he's toxic. He's a narcissist. He's abusive. He's in a porno. This is what black men do. They want black women to sit around and wait for them to come around and poke them. Can somebody tell me how that makes sense? Can somebody tell me what message that sends to young black men and young black women? What that was between Kevin Samuels and that lady was a conversation based on who knows their worth. If you know your worth, I don't give a fuck what platform I go on. I can handle my own. I can handle my own. You can't tell me my value, my self-worth, keyword, self. You can't tell me that. If she has an issue with her self-esteem, that's not his problem. And you goddamn right, if I was having a conversation with a woman that wasn't sure and confident about herself, first of all, of course, I may have handled it maybe differently. But then again, but what you don't do is wait till after the conversation is over, then say, well, let me call you other names. First of all, saying a man is abusive, all that's some slanderous shit. That's one. Two, then you talking about comparing the conversation to a porno. First of all, what pornos you watching, Tanya TKO? What, matter of fact, send the porno to me, Tanya TKO. I'm curious. I just want to know. Huh? She compared the conversation to a porno. Huh? Come on now. Come on, y'all. Come on now. Oh, not any porno. Oh, you know, the porno with the girls with the big butts that's bending over waiting for that one guy to, first of all, baby girl, hold on, motherfucker. Hold on, because I want y'all to share this. I want y'all to tag her happy. Well, I already tagged her, but y'all motherfucking get to it. Y'all get her and let them know Mario J wants to have a conversation with Cynthia G and Tanya TKO, and I want you to keep the same energy, and I'm going to fucking annihilate. And it's not even on no disrespectful shit. It's not on no disrespectful shit. I want to have a conversation because I'm so tired of watching people bash. That's not empowerment. That's not empowerment. Just empowering women, okay, does not empower men. Just empowering men does not empower women. Empowering one side of the perspective. We are a race of people. A race of people. It's not just women that make up this race. It's not just men that make up this race. We have to be united. We are not united through Cynthia G. We are not united through Tanya TKO with that type of rhetoric. I watched a man and a woman have a conversation. The man is obviously the alpha male. He's obviously knows his work. He's obviously outlining, these are the things that make me who I am. So guess what the woman has to do? She has to say, well, this is what makes me who I am. This is why I am proud of me, proud of my own skin. Stop hiding behind all of this black girl magic and black girls rock and my melanin. All of these fucking narratives and titles don't empower you. Because when you're face to face with when you in the ring by yourself, none of that shit helps you. Who don't get that? Who don't get that? When you're in the ring by yourself, none of that motherfucking cheerleading, none of those titles, none of that, I'm a boss bitch, I'm this, none of that shit was relevant. Now it's the opportunity to have a conversation. Huh? You want to have a conversation? Let's go, bro. Let's go. Let's go. I'm ready. You want to talk about education? Cool. You want to talk about credit? Cool. You want to talk about business? Cool. You want to talk about kids? Cool. You want to talk about traveling, investing? Cool. You want to talk about relationships? Cool. If she couldn't do that, or she failed and missed the mark, it's the black man's fault? It's the black man's fault? Well, he should have empowered her. He should have did a Derek Jackson and said, girl, shit, you a queen. Whatever your downfall is my issue. It's my fault. I'm waiting for some woman to jump on here right now. Like, please jump on here right now. And don't say you ain't got the link. Here's the link right here. I wasn't even going to do this. I was done after my last job. I was done. I was good. I was satisfied. I was done. But it was like, what you feel about? I wasn't going to do this. I wasn't going to do this. But my thing about it is, bro, y'all be digging. Y'all be digging. If you say something about a black woman, it's just like, oh, hell no. Bro, wrong is wrong and right is right. Facts. I don't like the way he said it. Well, goddamn, do he need to stroke your ego while he correcting you? While he telling you who the fuck he is? How many people say, oh, you got me fucked up? Well, the thing about it is, How many times have you heard a woman say, well, he ain't my cup of tea. He ain't on my level. How many times have you heard a woman say that? And it was so funny about this, a lot of men don't even say that shit. A lot of men don't even say that shit, not out loud anyway. So then when you get somebody that's confident, that's talking how you talk, instead of calling her a dusty and a deadbeat and all of this other shit, like, hey, you ain't even, hey, look, you average to me. You average to me. I'm a six-figure earner. I'm a six-figure earner. Then you have people that's not six-figure earners. Cynthia G, come here. Come here. And it's not even no shade. It's no shade. But listen to me. If you're not a six-figure earner, how can you throw shade at a six-figure earner? So he a deadbeat even though he makes six figures? Oh, that don't mean anything in New York and that don't mean anything in California. Do he live in New York? Do he live in California? So does it mean something somewhere else in which he could actually be? Like, I need to downgrade you. Whatever your accolades are, whatever you've accomplished, whatever your education level is, if you're an entrepreneur or not, what I need to do is downgrade you and bring you down a notch. And that's what I see a lot of these people do. It's like, I need to bring you down a notch. You can't be confident. You can't be positive. You can't be on your shit. You can't be happy. I need to bring you down a notch. And because this black man felt like, hey, I'm here. And this black woman felt like, oh, well, I'm here. Well, what we need to do is try to figure out how to bring this black man down here. Why? Instead of saying, sis, let me call you and fucking find out why you ain't up here. Why you don't have the confidence to be up here? You can't elevate her confidence by saying the black man was wrong. The black man ain't this. The black man ain't that. That's as worse as saying, oh, the white man keeping all the black people down. Black people can't have no good jobs. Black people can't get no education. Black people can't live in good houses. Black people don't drive good cars. Black people can't speak good. All these fucking excuses instead of just looking at the fucking problem and dealing with the problem. Black men are not the reason black women are failing. Black fucking females are not the reason black men are failing. The issue is the discord. Collectively. As much as one talks about the other talks about the other one. There are groups on fucking social media where women's, we're going to expose him. Expose what? The motherfuckers that's exposed you to suck more goddamn. Oh my God. What we going to do? What we going to do? What we going to do? This is a great opportunity for us to look at this whole situation and say, you know what? At what point in time is right and wrong? Cynthia G will never, ever do a live with me. Tanya TKO will never, ever do a live with me. Anybody that is promoting this narrative of we need to hate, you know what I'm saying, black women and black men or whatever case may be, I can tell you right now, you could call it what you want to, and I'm not saying based on a fan base or whatever case may be. The issue is that you can't promote that issue out loud. You're not going to promote it at church. You're not going to promote it at school. You're not going to promote it in your workplace because that narrative is a secret narrative. It's a secret narrative. I hate all black women. I hate all black men. Only knuckleheads support that. Only people who are racist and knuckleheads and like drama support shit like that. Honestly. And they're doing it secretly. Like, oh my God, let me listen to this. Oh shit. Facts. A lot of people are ashamed of what they're doing. It's almost like, goddamn it, you like watching kiddie porn or some shit. You know, you ain't watching it. Oh, let me watch it at work. Let me watch it at church. That shit is on the level of that shit. That's how I feel. You promoting goddamn hurt and harm and disrespect for the other race, like that's crazy. I hate women. I hate men. Bruh, like it's time for you to motherfucking go live in a cave then, bruh. Go live in the woods. Go live in the woods. I'm calling y'all motherfuckers out. Go live in the woods. Go live in the woods. Start a cult, motherfucker. Y'all go live in the woods, bruh. Go live in the woods. Go live in the desert, motherfucker. And don't be motherfucking filing for no motherfucking goddamn support from the government neither. The Kevin Samuels, do I believe that, you know what I'm saying, it was an interesting fucking conversation? Hell yeah, I believe it was an interesting conversation. You know what I'm saying? But I don't believe that the backlash from it, you know what I'm saying, when people are like, oh, he did this and he said that. But that's the same thing they said about the True Kitchen dude in Dallas when he was telling people, don't come in here and disrespect my shit. Don't come in here and act ghetto and act ratchet. Carry yourself in a certain type of way. Kevin Samuels was saying, I only fucking respect, adore, need, and want a woman that carries herself in a certain type of way. A woman that handles a certain type of narrative. You can't fault this man for having his goddamn, come on, baby, come on. Bring it. What he likes. He likes what he likes. Tanya TKO talking about porn with oh, you know how all the girls with the big booties be bent over. Chick, that's what you like. That's what you like to watch. Stop playing now. That's what you like to watch. You like to watch big girls, girls with big booties bent over with one dude in the porn. You like to watch that. That's why you compared it to that. Out of all the analogies you can give, that's what you gave us. And I'm supposed to believe that she's the motherfucking center of empowerment. For who? For who? Now, you like what you like. Everybody like a little porn, I guess. But the fact of the matter is, it is what it is. Man says, I just entertained watching a little of Tiny TKO or whatever her name is, and I am seeing what Mario was talking about. I'm just saying, go check it out. If y'all want me to go ahead and play a little bit more, I can play a little bit more so that way y'all can see the rest of it. But I'm just, to be honest with you, I'm just kind of like, I'm good. But I can play a little bit more, give y'all a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? So that way y'all can get the video for yourself or whatever, and it's not just my commentary over top of it. But I'm just being honest with you, man. Like, a lot of the stuff that I saw was very distasteful. And it was like, how can we as black women empower ourselves and motivate ourselves, you know what I'm saying, over this dude? And it's like, it was stupid.
In the line. Meanwhile, you're receiving no pleasure from it. You're receiving no gratification, no satisfaction from it. And you're just there as a hole in a receptacle for him to come and just poke through at his leisure. Because it behooves them for you to not know your worth. It behooves them for you to not love yourself. Because then it gives them clicks and audience members, and then they could go get some tailored suits so that they could sit up on the internet and insult other black women so that they can hear and be like, oh, well, what is it that I'm worth? I'm 35. I have a child. I must not be worthy of this. And he's telling her what it is that she deserves. Why doesn't she just get an average man? Listen, when it comes to going through different circles, I don't know why he's trying to act like damn $100,000, 6 figures is the damn wildebeest out there. At least the Sasquatch, you're never gonna find it. And if you see it, it's not real. Come on, it's like in certain circles, that is average in certain circles. Come on now. Young lady, listen, branch out. Go to England. Go to different countries. Go to Amsterdam. Go to Germany and walk around there in your little tight dress and heels, girl, and you will see. Come on. It's like in this country, yeah, it's so easy for him to sit up there and try to tear her down, to sit up there and give these stupid ass strategies online. But what is he really doing? What his black ass needs to be doing is trying to assist black men in making more money so that there could be more black men making money. But he would rather tear down a black woman's esteem so that she'll be like, oh, I can't get a man with money because he's saying that that's the top 10%. Why don't you just make it so that we can have more black families by making more black men make more money? And then when we start coming to countries like this, where a lot of these beta males, listen, you gonna make me curse? I'll do it. How the fuck you gonna be an alpha male in another man's country? How? How you gonna be an alpha male and you don't have any political power? How? How are you going to be an alpha male in a land with roads that other men have built? In a land where your food chain, your food supply is controlled by other men. You're an alpha male because you took a little bit of money that you made from unsuspecting fools on the internet to go get yourself a bespoke suit and sit up there in the goddamn dark with some candles dimming out your old ass face? Let me be a moment true.
Can I ask y'all a question? Well, every time I hear somebody talk about black men, like it's always these insults, like unnecessary insults. If you don't see that video that she's done is distasteful, that's crazy. That's crazy. You don't know how he made his money. You don't know what he does for his community. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to knock you. Not only am I going to knock you, I'm going to outline, oh, well, how can you be an alpha male in another man's country? Anybody want to answer that? Because I can answer it. If you want me to answer it, say yes. Please just say yes. With these 56 people I got, just say yes. Thank you for saying yes. Check this out. Let me say this. Everything that has been done, ingenuity, goddamn, what everything that has been done, right, has been on the backs of indentured servants and slavery. Do you not fucking get that? Every war, every goddamn building, every paved road, every railroad have been on the backs of indentured servants and fucking slavery. For a man to have made something of himself to say, I am a six-figure earner. I'm a business owner. You don't know how many fucking employees he got. You don't know what he does for his community, but you can sit online and say, well, what you should be doing, but you don't know if he's doing it or not. But you automatically discredit him because he's told a woman who's not on his level, get on his level if you want to get a man like me. You know what that is, y'all? Hold on. You know what that is? She can't get him. You ever seen somebody hate on somebody because they know that they can't be in that circle or be with that person or whatever? You ever seen somebody just automatically start hating on them? Ladies, let me talk to y'all real quick. You ever had one of those friends that when another female come in the building, she got, oh my God, the way she wearing that dress, whoo, them heels, them lipstick, the hair, she just looks so fucking good. And your girlfriend like, look at this bitch. She thinks she all that. The girl ain't said nothing. The girl ain't did nothing. She just literally walked in. She ain't waved at nobody. She ain't twerk. She ain't do nothing. She literally just walked in. But your girlfriend is automatically hating. That's exactly what Tanya TKO doing is right now. She done compared this man video to goddamn a porn. She done said, oh, he's trying to condemn goddamn black women and talk down on black women. Like, what the fuck? Where is that energy for all of these motherfucking ratchet television? Where is that energy at? Where is the goddamn petition to say, stop all ratchet television, stop anything that promotes black women and being in a bad light? Where is that energy at? But when you get a black man that says, I have confidence about myself, I talk it how I talk it, I walk it how I walk it. Now, oh, hell no. Who you think you is? You ain't no alpha male. So if I was a white man saying that, would that be considered okay? I'm just saying, they don't want to have a conversation with me, ladies and gentlemen. They don't want to do it. If I was a white man saying that to a black woman, would it be okay? If I made that statement, I'm an alpha male. Because my ancestors built roads. You realize how ridiculous that sounds? She's been dubbed a relationship guru by NBC or ABC, one of them fucking TV stations. First of all, TV stations can't give out doctrines, motherfucker. Let's just be real, right? So the advice that you're giving black women advice to be empowered by what? So whether his conversation is tough love or direct love or whatever the fuck you want to call it, the fact of the matter is he said, I'm a six-figure earner. I'm not dating nobody that work at McDonald's. I'm not dating nobody that work at Target. I'm not dating nobody that work in a daycare. Something's wrong with him? He's not an alpha male? Bro. Cynthia G, Tanya TKO. Come on now. I need somebody to motherfucking get somebody that's going to go head to head with me right now. Because all I heard from Tanya TKO and Cynthia G was a whole bunch of insults. Y'all talked about everything except what that man talked about. That man can't be proud of the legacy that he's promoted for himself. Whether he's 50 years old or goddamn 100 years old, the fact of the matter is it's women just like you that want to be with men just like that. That say, okay, well, you got a good car. Boop. You got a job, or do you own a business? Boop. Are you traveling? Are you well-versed? Boop. Do you dress nice? Do you smell nice? Boop. Do you got good hygiene? If he's checking the blocks and he says, you know what, I didn't talk to a couple women. I feel like I fit the narrative of everybody that I've talked to or whatever case may be. It's been women who have goddamn said, you know what, you're right. You the motherfucker to beat. You that motherfucker. I'm just trying to figure out why all of a sudden now, if he's fit all of he's hit all of the plateaus, why the fuck all of a sudden now, oh well, that don't count. If you make 6 figures, that don't count. If you wearing a suit, that don't count. If you got your own business, motherfucker, that don't count. Why don't it count now? Because you say so. None of these women are 6-figure earners. Don't get quiet now. Okay. I'll put that on there. I'm not a sucker. I'm going to play that one for you. Hold on. Let me go back to that one. That was good. I didn't say it. Man or a woman. Okay. But I want to play this one for you. Boom. There you go. I'm not a sucker. We could do this. I think he could have said it the same way, just not so nasty. And what I said was, I probably would have said some things to her, but not in the same way. However, as strong as all the black women, let me do something. I don't want nothing to stop what I'm about to say. Let me clear my throat. I'm parched. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know how the fuck you found my page. If somebody shared it with you, hey, congratulations. Welcome. Glad you're here. The fact of the matter is, if you are a black man, if you are a black woman, if you are a human being and you just love being alive and you love building with people and love growing, oh man, you don't mind having a tough conversation. I believe that just was a tough conversation. And I believe that you have to carry yourself a certain type of way, have a certain perspective about life, have a certain knowledge of self-worth. And if you can't handle the conversation, don't go into the ring. Don't go into the ring. That lady could have had a crush on that man, whoever know, and he just like, yo, chick, you not my fucking type. You a bus driver. Like fuck, Nick. Like I got a whole yacht over here. You talking about you're not on my level. But I'm not gonna condemn him because he said, hey, get the fuck out of here. You're not on my level. The issue is that people want to be pacified. You know what I'm saying? Instead of listening to the verbiage, oh, I want to take your verbiage and I want to add to it. No, use the verbiage that was used. There's a lot of black women that don't think black men measure up. Period. Fuck what you talking about. Period. They do not measure up when it comes to white men, when it comes to Hispanic men, when it comes to goddamn Oriental men. They don't measure up. Black men don't care about their kids. Black men have child support issues. Black men have bad credit. Black men are not consistent. Black men are not loyal. It is a plethora of shit. A plethora of shit. But when you have a black man that steps in front of all of those fucking narratives and says, I'm about that fucking life, the first thing you do is say, oh, goddamn, where he didn't say he about that motherfucker. Well, hold on. What? Fuck you mean 6 figures? Motherfucker, you wearing a suit, nigga? Hold on, wait a minute. Who the fuck he think he talking to? Who the fuck? Hold on, Charlene. Let me call Charlene. I know goddamn well Charlene know goddamn how to take this nigga down. Hold on. Charlene. This motherfucker on here talking about he a 6-figure earner. He an alpha male. Yeah, I'm sending it to you right now, girl. Who the fuck he think he talking to? Call Cynthia up. Yep, get Tanya on the fucking line. I'm telling you, man, like shit be crazy. He not an alpha male because he makes 6 figures. So what? And okay, got you. Come on now, hold on. Wait, I thought the topic was the interview. The topic is the interview. The top, everything we talking about is about the interview. And ladies and gentlemen, it's not a shot towards Cynthia. It's not a shot towards Tanya. My thing about it is, at what point in time do we get to a position where we can have a tough conversation? And I believe that was a tough conversation. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people, when you talk about black women, a lot of black women, they was in that position. I don't know how to defend it. So the best way to defend it is to insult him, is to add more to the narrative than what it was. Let me tell you, motherfuckers, let me tell you something. If I show up to a party in a Bugatti, let me make it more realistic for some of y'all, because I know how some of y'all is, right? If I show up to a party, brand new Mercedes Benz, realistic, right? Looking good. Everything that could possibly look good, right? And a woman comes up to me at the party, looking raggedy. Like, you know, really like she's talking to me. She got low, she looking down and shit. She doing all this crazy shit or whatever case may be. And I said, you know what? You really not my cup of tea. I appreciate, you know what I'm saying, you coming up to me or whatever the case may be, but I'm going to keep it moving. Right? Hold on. She a black woman. I'm a black man. And I say, you know, you're not my cup of tea or whatever case to be. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate it if you keep it moving. Hold on, wait a minute. And some black women overhear me say that. Oh, hell no. What the fuck? Who do you think he is? But if black women do that, if a woman pulls up in a motherfucking goddamn brand new Mercedes Benz, everything looking good. Everything is right. She coming to the fucking party. I come up to her, dirty ass shirt or raggedy ass shirt or whatever the case may be, and I say, hey, how you doing today? And she tells me the same shit. You not my cup of tea. We ain't on the same level. Should I start this fucking man protest to say, oh, hell no? The fuck? That means you need to upgrade your shit or go find somebody that like the shit that you on. You want to buck and be in dirty shirts? Go find somebody with a like dirty shirts. You like dirty ass motherfuckers that wear hoodies and Timbs all the time? Go find a motherfucker that... Ladies and gentlemen, you get what the fuck I'm saying. The issue is that some people put themselves, a lot of women, remember when I said those women be like, oh, when they overheard me say to the lady at the party, you know, you're not my cup of tea. And the lady was like, oh, hell no. Think about it. The ladies that say it, oh, hell no, they either see themselves as that person. They see themselves in that predicament, which is the reason why they're such in an uproar. They see themselves, those ladies that's mad at Kevin Samuels, saw themselves sitting in that lady's spot, not being able to defend themselves, not being able to express their worth. That is the problem that we have here in America when black women are not able to express themselves without cursing, being loud, disrespectful, and calling names. This ain't about that. This ain't about that. Have the conversation. Prove that you about that life. When you can't scream, I'm a boss bitch. What are you a boss of? What's your EIN number? How many employees do you have? What's your goddamn annual income earnings? Let's talk that shit. But when you can't do that, and when you're defenseless, okay, well, let me go ahead and get off this motherfucking live. And then you got all of these goddamn, the heroes, the feminist heroes that ride in. Oh, we gonna talk about Kevin. Why? You need to goddamn reach out to your girl and get her up to par. You need to get her up to par. Anybody looking at that could tell that that woman was not motherfucking on par, on code. Huh? Half of you fucking women would not even be caught dead with this woman. But now all of a sudden, because, oh, well, it's a black man talking to a black woman. It's not talking down on a black woman. You don't know how the fuck he talk. And because you wouldn't tolerate something, cool, got it. Don't have a conversation. But she called in knowing how this man talks. It wasn't his first episode. I was like, well, maybe this is his first episode. This nigga knew. Like, he knew or some shit. He ain't new. He ain't new. And you know what's so crazy? It's so crazy. I don't really think there's a such thing as alphas and beta. You know what's so crazy? Because that was the beta. All of this shit came up by women. All of this shit, this like, you know, that's like a toxic male masculinity and all of this bullshit, right? All of this was produced by women. all the alphas and betas and like, bruh, stop. Seriously. No, seriously. Because everybody can't be boss bitches, right? Everybody can't be that confident, right? There are some women that got it like that and some women who don't got it like that. But not, oh, well, I'm an alpha female. She's a beta female. No matter, oh, that's an alpha female. That's a beta female. Like, why are we doing that? Why do we do that? Why the fuck do we do that? So much criticism, so much, oh, well, let me do something to put you in a category. Fuck your category. Your category don't make me. It don't break me. Let me call you a beta male. And you supposed to be an alpha female because you call me a beta male? Why? What makes you an alpha female? No butt? No titties? No confidence, no hair, no edges, no eyelashes. Like what makes you superior to a beta male? Talk to me. Somebody talk to me. They don't want this smoke. They don't want this smoke. They don't want this smoke. What makes you more superior than a beta male? Since you're calling names, since you are the omega, not the alpha and the beta, but the omega. What makes you so superior, so divine, that you can sit back and say, man, you're an alpha and you're a beta. And all women are like greater? And then you look at the women that are saying these type of things, the women that promote the segregation, the disrespect, the name calling. And it's just like, are you happy with your life? You look at the men that be like, oh, well, let me talk about these women. Are you happy with your life? At what point in time do you say, man, fuck all of that. I'm not about to call these black women none of these fucking names, do none of that fuck shit. If it's about having a hard conversation, let's have a hard conversation. And let's keep moving. Let's play some dominoes. Let's play some spades. Let's play some charades. Let's have a cookout. Let's hey, fuck all that other bullshit. Because at the end of the day, regardless if you're conservative, if you're liberal, if you're a Democrat, if you're a Republican, motherfucker, you black. You're black. Candace Owens, black. Brandon Tatum, black. The Hodge twins, black. Regardless of what you feel like your political views are and who you support and blah, blah, blah. When you get pulled over, you're black. I don't care how much online you say, oh, well, if you look at my videos, it'll show that I hate black people too. You are black, motherfucker. You're black. And people hate being black. They hate being black. That's what this shit boils down to. It's so much self-hate. I hate these black men. I hate these black. No, you hate your fucking black self. You wish you. Listen to how they talk. Listen to how they talk. Listen to who they want approval from. They hate themselves. If you listen long enough, I want you to listen long. I want you to listen to anybody that you know that promote a lot of hatred and a lot of separation. Listen to the names that they use. Because back in the day, it was like wenchers. Goddamn, what's some other names? Some other names. Boy. Now, black people have invented other names to describe other black people of other genders. I'm going to call these black women this, and this, and this. I'm going to call these black men this, and this, and this. In some type of way, they feel like it empowers themselves. And if I'm a racist person sitting back, right? Whoo! What are we going to call these black people today to describe not calling them a nigger? I don't have to call you a nigger. I'm just going to call you one of these names. Oh, yeah, you a Dusty. You are this and you are that. At the end of the day, you ain't empowering fucking shit. You ain't empowering nothing. And to be under this fucking disillusioned, like you're empowering somebody. Oh, well, if I talk enough about black men, they'll do right. If I talk enough about black women, they'll do right. If I call black men, oh, well, all black men are beta males, except the black men that advocate for black women to say that black women do no wrong. Okay. If a black man says, look, I'm not for all of the twerking, I'm not for all of the in every motherfucking sentence, I'm not trying to be a rock star or none of that goddamn in the club all the time. Oh, well, you know, you just hate yourself. What they say, motherfucker? You a coon. Shout out to Ricky, man. Shout out to Ricky. You a coon. Everybody don't like the same shit, but because they don't like the shit you like, bruh, the names that you making up, these are people, these are humans. These are people that have lived a different type of walk of life, have promoted a different narrative. Ladies and gentlemen, people are different. Learn to love people and respect people for what they show you, the character that they present in front of you. Don't be so goddamn quick to be like, I'm pro-black. Pro-black with bad service don't equal a fucking good time. Pro-black with bad products. Pro-black with goddamn negative behavior. Pro-black with, oh, well, I can't even trust you around my kids or around my spouse or in my house. But I'm pro-black. Everything black. Okay. The white man. Okay. There are black people that don't encounter police brutality on a daily basis. But does that make them less black? There are black people that's highly educated that have went through the institution in regards to higher learning and said, let me get this degree so that way I can make a better life for my family. Does that make them less black? So if I don't wear a goddamn certain type of fucking boot or a certain type of jean or I don't have a certain type of jogging or certain type of body language, does that make them less black? Shut your punk ass up. That's stupid. That's dumb. That's fucking stupid. You gotta act like me in order for you to be black. To prove you're black. No, motherfucker, I ain't gotta act like you. I ain't gotta talk like you and I ain't gotta look like you. Hell no. Because a lot of times, people are fetish. What's the latest trend? Oh, the latest trend is wearing skinny ass jeans. Bro, some of us are blessed, okay? Everything won't fit in those skinny jeans, motherfucker. Okay? So some of us that can't do what the fuck you do, bro. I'm just saying. Okay? The fact of the matter is, this is an opportunity for us not to see Kevin Samuels' interview as disrespect, but to say, okay, how can we equal out the playing field? Okay? Cynthia G did not say, well, you know what? I want to interview this man. You know why? Because she's not a six-figure earner. You know why Tanya TKO is so fucking, oh, let me compare this to a porno that I watch all the time. But I don't want to interview this man because she's not a six-figure earner. There are certain things, when certain men talk they shit, they get on their platforms and talk they shit. The only thing you can do is talk your shit over there. That's it. The only thing you can do is talk your shit from over there. Do you understand when you on your shit and you doing your thing? People can't harm you. They can't come and take your shit because you built your shit. This man has built his shit. He's able to talk his shit because he's confident in his shit. So when you talking, oh, well, he think he all that. No, you think he's all that. And until you can show that you've either dated a man that was a six-figure, no, fuck all that. Fuck all that, because that's too easy. until you show that you are a six-figure earner. Because that's what it's really about. Him saying he's a six-figure earner and he's an alpha male and he has certain standards. The issue is that they don't equate to those standards. So since they don't equate to those standards, they fucking mad. Come on, we adults. We adults. Let's call it what it is. When a motherfucker say, oh, well, man, shit, you gotta have big titties and a fat ass to date me. And if you ain't got big titties and a fat ass, now all of a sudden you lead in this revolution and say, oh, I hate this motherfucker. This motherfucker is this. That's what it's about. You don't live up to his standards. You don't equate to his standards. So now all of a sudden, how fucking dare him? Because you know that he wouldn't pick you. He wouldn't pick you. So let me attack what he said. He a six-figure earner. The motherfucker a six-figure earner. Kudos, congratulations, bro. Do you. Do you. But it's only the women that feel that they wouldn't be chosen that are upset. Come on, ladies, before you jump on a bandwagon, realize if that is the wheels good, check the wheels, motherfucker. Check the direction they headed. Because a lot of that feminist bullshit that I be hearing is bullshit. We're going to take Kevin Sales down. Because he has a preference? You know how many women have said, I don't date short men? And then once they get to know a motherfucker's like, won't you give me a chance? Well, I don't date retarded motherfucking females. I'm just saying, bruh. I'm not going to get mad at your preference. You mad at this man's preference. Let that man do him. Congratulations, you make six figures, bro. Hey, listen, bro, trust me. I am working on my shit to do what I need to do for my family. But kudos to you, bro. So if he's not talking to a six-figure earner, then what the fuck you expect him to do? Be nice about it? Like, oh, well, I'm a six-figure earner, so you know. He letting her know. How many women have said, tell me what it is from the jump? Now when he tells you what it is from the jump, from the get-go, he don't waste your motherfucking time. Now it's, how dare you say that? Come on, man. Come on. Come on. Let me get this right here. Hold on. Because this way, okay, I think it cut your thing off. Oh, no, that's it. It says he was arrogant and rude. He could have made his point without belittling her. Okay, good point. Cool. She must have missed some of my commentary. Let me back up a little bit. Ladies and gentlemen, that was an opportunity as a black woman to stand in the gap. To stand in the gap. You're a six-figure earner. She could have came back and said, okay, cool, I'm a six-figure earner. Right? Or I earn $90,000 a month. Right? Oh, well, I live in a goddamn mansion. Okay, cool, I live in a 5-bedroom house. Right? Oh, I drive a Bugatti. Okay, cool, I drive a brand new Benz. She could have went blow for blow. She could have talked her shit. She could have been a bad bitch. She could have promoted her WAP. She could have, body. She could have talked her shit. But she didn't have the know-how. She didn't have the confidence. And because she lacked that confidence and lacked that know-how, she didn't prevail. And what you don't do after a conversation like that is say, okay, well, since he prevailed over her, we're going to now start this smear campaign. Why? Why? He was arrogant. He was rude. He was truthful. You wanted the real him. He gave you the real him. So you can choose to not deal with him. That's the problem. You want to fuck, right? But you don't say that that's what you want to do. So you playing all of these games. Okay. Here, oh, I like your hair. Oh, no, I like your tie. He told her what was up from the jump. So how the fuck can you turn around and be like, oh, I'm mad because of what? Because she couldn't handle herself? Because she couldn't do what you feel like you can do? The thing about it is, if you're not a six-figure earner and you ain't getting paid like that, then you're not going to be on his level. That's what you need to accept right now. You're not going to be on his level. The issue that we have with a lot of black people, right? Because we know it's about money and shiny shit for a lot of people, right? Or let's just do this for some. Because that's what I'm going to get in my DM. Oh, it's not everybody, it's some. Shut the fuck up. I just said some. The issue is that he's not the average black person if he's earning six figures. Now, what she could have did was, can you prove that you're earning six figures? Huh? Shout out to Ricky Manor. Can you prove it? There was all types of rebuttals to what he said. There was all types of rebuttals. I looked at this shit like 3 times. I said, okay, if I was her, I would have said X, Y, and Z. But the issue is, instead of empowering this black woman to have common sense, to talk to this man like, shit, I'm on my square, to really be a boss bitch. The problem is, instead of talking to this lady, you rather talk about the man. And that makes you weak. That fucks your argument up because it doesn't dismantle anything that this man says, and it promotes the narrative that, guess what? When you say something to black women, they team up against you. This tough love, let's talk about it. That doesn't empower you. That doesn't show we strong and we're united. It shows that we're foolish. That we cannot handle a conversation if it is directed to us. If we need to stand on our square and be about the narrative. That's the issue. We've been screaming and hollering. Black women are leading the fight, racism and activism and all of this other shit. You have a chance. You better call Tamika Mallory. You better go get Candace Owens. You put a black woman that was not ready for the conversation, who thought she was, who thought she had a certain narrative that she wanted to spin or twist or maybe meet or get a moment of fame. 5 minutes of fame. And she got fucking destroyed. That's what happened. That's what happened. And you mad because she represents the average fucking black person. When you put somebody goddamn against somebody who says, bro, like, bro, I'm educated, bro. I'm street smart, bro. We can do this either way you want to. But what I'm not going to do is fucking sit here and play with you. He didn't play with her. That motherfucker was playing Uno and was like, draw 4, draw 4, draw 4. Oh, yeah, I don't like Uno. Okay, fuck y'all. He was playing spades, and that motherfucker was like, big joker, little joker, deuce, ace. Huh? And you mad. And you showing you mad. Oh, Cynthia G, he think he's somebody because he earning 6 figures. Tanya TKO, oh, let's talk about this porn. Let's compare this shit to the porn. Like, bro, come on, bro. You making your argument is irrelevant when you do that shit. Huh? It's irrelevant. But let me do something for y'all, ladies and gentlemen, because I'm about to go eat something. Fuck that. The fact of the matter is, ladies and gentlemen, that I feel like Kevin Samuels, there was some verbiage used that you know you may or may not want to use, but again, that's his fucking platform. You know what I'm saying? So however he was talking, probably is how he been talking. That was my first video seeing of this man. And I went into it with blind eyes to see who was right and who was wrong. Just like the goddamn True Kitchen shit. I went in with blind eyes. And my whole thing about it is so funny that it's so many black women that are saying the men were wrong for how they spoke, but not looking at what the women did. You got women twerking on fucking furniture and shit in public thinking that shit cool. Then you got another woman who can't handle her own conversation. She called in for that conversation. If you're not confident, stay your ass home. Stop trying to do confident shit. Huh? You got more confident fat females in goddamn spandex than you got motherfuckers that can handle a real conversation. It was a real conversation. It was a real conversation. Say he was out of pocket too. We're not saying he wasn't out of pocket. The fact of the matter is, being a woman, okay, being a black woman, being a human, being a person, you use all the education. You use all the tenacity. You use all the motherfucking education. You use the fucking arsenal that you got to use to have that conversation. To dismantle, disrupt, the goddamn overturn. You do what you need to do. But what you don't do is wait till after the conversation over and be like, let me compare the conversation to a fucking porno. It's unfair. It's unrealistic. And for people to be like, yeah, Tanya, you tell them. Tell them what? Some dumb shit about a porno you be watching? Yeah, Cynthia, you tell them. Tell them what? Delica Jewel says, I'll never understand why she went on the show. She's at fault. Ladies, love yourself and do better. Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something before I get up out of here. Let me say this. Let me do this real quick because I gotta put my thing on here. If you have a problem with a man, reach out to that man. Ladies, if you have a problem with a man, okay, boyfriend, husband, pastor, dentist, I don't give a fuck, OBGYN, whatever the fuck the problem is, reach out to that man and have a tough conversation. And if you feel like you can't hold your own, you can't articulate well enough, you ain't smart enough, whatever the situation is, find a man that is, not a man that's going to take your fucking side. A man that's going to listen to both parties and articulate what is going on, to give both of you equal opportunity to express yourself and say, hey, this is what I feel as a neutral party. The issue is, instead of going to try to fix the problem, you mitigate fixing the problem by making it worse. I'm not going to go to the source. I'm going to go to my girlfriend who is just as bitter and toxic as me, who's never been in a fucking reasonable relationship, who does not think strategically or who does not think goddamn rationally. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to give her my fucking narrative. And with my narrative, I'm going to go talk to my girlfriend. And what my girlfriend is going to do is agree with everything I said. And then she's going to add her own spin on shit because she's been through a lot of fucked up shit. And now together, we're going to advocate and provocate that what we need to take some shit down. We need to wreck some shit. But then when you get to a point where we wrecking shit, somebody has enough common sense to be like, let me easily dismantle this. Nobody that's factual wants to deal with nobody emotional. Nobody emotional wants to deal with anybody that's factual. Factual beats emotion. Most men are factual. Most women are emotional. Now, when you find a combination of the two where someone is just that fucking good, that's some dangerous shit. Those are some people that can get some shit done. But the fact of the matter is, anytime that you're leading your argument with something emotional, 9 times out of 10, you're going to lose the argument. How Cynthia G lost the argument is by saying, oh, 6 figures ain't this, and this. It ain't nothing. If you're not making 6 figures, then you can't say it ain't nothing. Tanya TKO, by you comparing this conversation to a porn and how abusive this man is, that's crazy as fuck. That's crazy as fuck. I got somebody on the line right now. I'm going to bring him on in. Kevin, what's poppin', man?
Well, something horrible just happened to me.
Oh, shit. What happened, man?
Claudiva has permanently banned me from her page. This gentleman who hates my guts paid her $250. I challenged him. He said, how much is your challenge? I said $250. He hit her cash up as soon as possible. He got me the fuck up out of there permanently. So anyway, what are you talking about tonight, man?
Man, you just chiming in to chime in, man.
No, I mean I'm not. I'm over here. Sorry.
I got you. Hold on, give me 1 second.
You said
hey,
Kevin
Ricky.
Samuels, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Hold on 1 second. Hey, Ricky, feel free to use this content, bro. Anybody that wants to share this, that wants to, give their commentary, do me a favor and tag me in it so I can check it out or whatever case may be. I want people to have this conversation, which is the reason why I'm doing this or whatever. But we have Kevin Sales, aka Labuto, in the building from YouTube. He's Mr. YouTube and shit. And we're talking about Kevin Sales, and a lot of people, especially
Kevin Samuels, right?
Yeah, or in an uproar because how he spoke to this woman in regards to saying, I'm an alpha male, I'm a six-figure earner, I really don't have time for, basic females. And a lot of people was in an uproar saying that he's arrogant, he's doing a lot of bullshit and fuckery. What do you feel about that whole scenario? How do you feel? I know you're gonna get some raw shit, so let's go with it.
I think Kevin Samuels is doing the work of the Lord. He is bringing back old school, traditional, patriarchal discourse. That woman that cammed up is a representation of what has happened to the masses of women in this country and in the Western hemisphere due to the social media, due to all these hashtag movements, etc. Mm-hmm. That same woman that cammed up, if this would have been 30 fucking years ago, she would have gotten married at about 19 or 20. She would have knew her place. But because society tells ugly women, it tells fat women, it tells 34-year-old single moms that they are of value, that these women expect a high-value man because they see that on social media, but they don't understand that they are really outpricing themselves outside of the market. When I'm on and off about Kevin Samuels, about some of the stuff that he talks about. But that day, and I was listening to it, I mean, it was almost like the Damascus moment. He was speaking the work of the Lord. I mean, it was like when Saul fell off his horse on the road to Damascus, when he was so smitten by the truth. And yeah.
So we probably always going to have some type of bumping of the heads, you know what I'm saying?
Possibly so. That's what makes it. That's what makes good content.
Oh, definitely. But I always like your raw
go ahead.
feedback. You know what I'm saying? I like the raw feedback or whatever it be. I feel like it was some things that he said that was, you know what I'm saying, that could be conceived as a bit, you know what I'm saying, harsh. However, I do also feel like if you can't handle it, or you feel like you're not confident in your abilities to have a conversation that was going to get tough, don't do it. Don't click the link. Don't fucking call in. Don't come around. If you can't fucking handle yourself, then don't do it. And I believe that for some reason, you know what I'm saying, like you said, with a lot of narratives or hashtags or these fake ass, accolades of, oh, I'm a boss. You come across this situation where now you have to talk it how you talk it. And this just pans out to a lot of women not being able to have the tough conversation. So I really want one of these women, I'm going to drop the link one more time, to give their perspective. There's a lot of people giving comments. This is being broadcast on different platforms or whatever case may be. But I want you guys to click the link. And there's no wrong or right. But if you feel like, you know what, Kevin Samuels was wrong, regardless of what you say, he didn't have to talk to her like that. But would you rather him say it up front, or would you rather him wait for her to leave and not say it at all? Like, I mean, what do you feel the best way to handle this situation was? Labuto, let me ask you something. Kevin, let me ask you something. If you was trying to date a woman or whatever, and you said, this is what I'm looking for, and the woman basically says, you know what I'm saying, well, you're telling the woman this is what I'm looking for, and the woman is describing herself, and you say, you know what, that's not for me. Should you be nice about it, or should you just be like, all right, get the fuck out of here. You're not what I'm looking for. Like, should somebody judge you for that?
Repeat the question again.
Can you, when you're turning down someone's trying to date you, and you say, okay, well, this is what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a woman with, you know what I'm saying, good credit. I'm looking for a woman that, you know, don't have no kids, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And the woman says, well, I got 9 kids and, you know, my credit is shit. But, you know what I'm saying, you come back as a man and say, you know what, you're not my cup of tea, get the fuck up out of here. Should you watch your tone when you're addressing her in response? Should you watch your tone, or should it matter?
No, as a man, you have to shame women, and I'm going to tell you why.
You say you have to shame them?
You have to shame them, and I'm going to tell you
Bro,
why.
you got to get all types of fire, bro.
Well, just hear me out for a minute. You have to shame women. Women are like children, okay? And because women are like children, you have to speak to them like children. And particularly even if the more attractive they are, those are really the women that you have to speak to like children. So the thing is that the problem with men nowadays is that they are afraid to tell women the truth. They're afraid because they have this notion that women are these emotional creatures. But the thing of the matter is that when you start telling women that they're princesses and they're queens, and you tell a chick that she's a queen and she's 29, she becomes so deluded in her thought that she believes that shit, and she goes about life like that. And the problem is that, yes, your daddy might think you're a queen, but the rest of mankind is not going to think like that. So you look crazy when you have high demands and you're 5'1" and you're pudgy. You look crazy when you have 4 and 5 different kids and you're talking about my kids are a package deal. So what shaming does is it teaches the woman to act in accordance to how society really is. And so, for example, if I had a short, if I had a, and I would never do this, but if I impregnated a short woman and I knew that my daughter was going to be short, I would tell her this: now, honey, you are a princess to me, but to a man who's of high value status, you can't demand things from a man who's 6'4" and he's super good looking with a chiseled jaw structure and he makes 100,000+ a year or whatever. You have to be as domestic as possible because you're short and you're not really high value in comparison to the model who's 5'10" with a goddamn jaw structure of a goddess. It's just the truth. That's why I refuse.
You gonna tell your daughter to dumb herself down to be with a man?
It's not, sir. It's not dumbing herself down. What it is it's giving her a realistic view of reality, and that's what is lacking in today's day and age. That woman that cammed up with Kevin Samuels, he was being nice by even asking her what she thought she was, because deep down he even knows that woman was like a 2.5 at best. She's over the age of 21. She's not that tall. She doesn't have those exotic model features. She's not that good looking. And the thing is that when men get money, we are biologically inclined to be with bitches who look like models. And if you and you have to, as a man, if you're listening to this as a man, you have to shame women. Don't do that. I had a girl who was almost 30 years old tell me that she's a princess. I said, bitch, what are you a princess of? What are you talking about? She said, well, my daddy says I'm a princess. I'm like, yeah, you're a princess to your daddy. And nobody should disrespect you, but you can't walk around here saying you're a princess and you're demanding things. Who the hell are you?
Okay. So here's the thing. We got somebody else on the line that just chimed in. Miss Brown from Cali. Are you there?
Hello. Oh, you kind of went out there. Hello.
Hi, can you hear me?
I can hear you. I just want to get your feedback on what's going on right now.
Hello? I'm on my cell phone, so I don't know how good.
I can hear you. I can hear you. You got the floor. Can you hear me, Miss Brown?
I can now.
Okay. You got the floor. You live.
Okay, I completely disagree with this man who was on here just speaking with you.
Okay.
There's no need to belittle someone to get your point across. This man is supposed to be a life coach. So how are you helping someone? At some point she shut down. She just stopped listening to what he was saying. She started looking at her phone. So it's obvious that she was not getting the message, because when you start attacking people's appearance and stuff like that, their defenses go up. They're not listening anymore. They're being on the why is he talking to me like this? So she's not even getting the message that he's trying to put across to her. The problem that the women have is the choice of words he used. It's nothing wrong saying that you need to be an attractive person and people don't want people with baggage and children and all this stuff. The woman already had low self-esteem when he asked her, how do you see? And she said she saw herself as a 5. And when she fixed herself up as a 6. Most women, when they fix themselves up, see themselves like a 9, 10. You know, you think you're looking good. You didn't put your makeup on. You didn't fix your hair and stuff. So she already had self-esteem issues.
Yeah.
I don't understand why people feel like dating someone who makes all this money is going to make them better.
Okay. Hey, Kevin, what do you feel about what she's saying right now, man?
I feel like, is this okay? I want to get Miss. It's an M on your screen. What's your name?
Hold on, let me move the thing.
Miss
Brown Callie.
Oh, Miss Brown. Oh,
yeah.
Oh, you're from Cali. Okay, Miss Brown Kelly.
Yeah.
I completely disagree with everything about you and what you're saying, and I'm gonna tell you why. Unfortunately, ma'am, we live in a very civilized society. We don't live in the jungles anymore like our ancient ancestors. And I'm not talking about an ancient Africa. I'm talking about 50,000 years ago. You know, I don't know what you believe in, but if you take into consideration that our ancestors were hunters and gatherers, right? So by nature, men, I mean biologically men, not men as in humans, men as in men with penises, we have a biological imperative to hunt, to gather resources, etc. And so the same thing can be applied with women. We are biologically impaired to breed with women who we believe are going to have the next generation of healthier children. That's why men like younger females. And I'm not gonna lie to you, and most men won't say this. Men are really attracted to teenage girls like 17, 18, 19, for real. A lot of men want to
Hey, speak for yourself. Speak for yourself.
Just hear me out. Just hear me out. You asked me a question. So, but there's hold on for a second.
15-year-old downstairs. Stop.
Hold on for a second. I'm not saying that I'm attracted to a girl that old, but what I'm telling you, ma'am, is that there's a reason why men are attracted to youth, and it's because our ancestors were all about survival. And if you look through ancient cultures, you can see that most men, particularly their wives, were considerably younger. Even in our culture now, men are considerably older than their wife. Now, men don't go after teenage girls. Just hear me out. I heard you out.
Cut you off. Let me.
Okay, I didn't cut you off, so I'm almost done. Okay. So what I'm saying is that you have fallen outside of nature because you live in your comfortable house, you got your comfortable car, your comfortable job. But what I'm telling you, man, is that men more than ever now are going back into that natural state. And social media actually opened that gate up because now you can see women from all over now. So the thing is that a woman like that cannot have those high ass standards. She just can't. And you have to tell her just straight up, like, you can't have that if you're 5'1".
Okay, so this is the point I'm trying to make. I feel that I don't disagree with everything he said. I just don't like the way he presented his argument to her. That's the problem people are having. We're not saying that men are not attracted to younger women. We're not saying they're not attracted to beautiful women. We're saying you had this woman come on your show and you belittled her. That is not helpful to her. Because now how is that helping someone? If you consider yourself to be a life coach, he could have used different words. He could have let her know this is not, and I don't believe that you have to look a certain way to attract certain people who make certain incomes, because it's a lot of ugly men who make 6 figures. So people like what they like, but to completely discourage her was the issue that women are having, because he could have used some tact. And then when he was like, please don't make me go there, please like, please don't make me say you're ugly. That's what he was trying to say. Beauty is in the eyes of the beholder.
No, it's not.
Wait, hold on, wait. Let me.
So who's it?
I don't want it. Hold on, goddamn it. Hold on. This is my shit. Hold on. Listen. If he felt that she was ugly, and he said that shit, would he be wrong for that?
Yes, he would be wrong for that.
Why? Because you just said, hold on, you just said beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
Because
the beholder.
I need to tell this woman that she's ugly and she can't attract a certain person.
Okay, the certain person is him. If he felt like you couldn't attract me because I feel like you're ugly, would he be wrong for saying that?
I thought the whole well, let me say it like this. I thought the whole conversation was about she wanted to date a six-figure man.
Miss Callie, he was a six-figure man. He said you wouldn't attract me. That's the whole conversation. You would not attract me because of one, we're not on the same level. I'm a six-figure earner. You are not. I don't believe that you're attractive. When you tell me, first of all, anybody that says, oh, I'm a 5, but I'm a 6 when I clean up. First of all, fuck that. You know what I'm saying? 5s and 6 is average. So if he calls you average, if you call yourself average and he agrees you are average, why the fuck would anybody say, well, I just ain't like his tone? Why does he need to address his tone if she doesn't believe in herself? Why is it his position to have to empower her? Why is that his place?
Attracted to you, and that could have been the end of it. You don't have to say someone is ugly. You know, there's a lot of times in life that people may be attracted to someone, you're not attracted to them. That doesn't mean you just go around telling everybody, oh, you so ugly, I would never be with you.
Miss Callie, how many times have you heard a woman tell a man he is ugly and nobody has come to his defense to be like, you didn't have to say that?
Mario, can I interject with that one?
I don't date. I'm not hanging around those type of women that do stuff like that. You know, most women would say something like, I have a man. They would not just say you. They'll say something else like, oh, I'm not looking for a relationship. They would
Kevin,
say
what you got to say?
Respectful.
I hear you. I hear you. I definitely hear you. I hear you. I'm gonna let. Come on, chime in, Kevin. You guys can chime in. You can chime in.
I was just waiting. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay. So let's keep it real. Let's be honest. This lady, I understand her passion. Okay, but let's be honest. All my life, growing up black, growing up in both the suburbs and the inner cities, going to public schools and private schools, black women especially can have all types of standards and say it any fucking way that they want to in public. I've heard black women say, I don't date short niggas. I don't date ugly niggas. I don't date anybody who's under 6 foot. If a nigga ain't making this, I ain't fucking with him. Women have open, blatant conversations like this. I've had girls call me midget before to my face. And I have game. I've had women disrespect me to my face and say, you're ugly, you're this, you're that. I've had girls... Go ahead.
Is that the type of woman you would date, though? Would you date someone who is that rude and arrogant to you?
Yes, I want chicks who look like models.
You want to date that
but what I'm telling you, ma'am, is it wasn't really the super hot chicks that did that. It was just regular chicks. Because they're being told through Tyler Perry movies, they're being told through all those black movies that came out in the late 90s, early 2000s, that they are all special and that they need to date these, 6-figure earning men. So all my life, and Mario's right, nobody comes to the defense of a man when a woman says anything. And women have been doing this for 50, 60 years since the feminist movement. You hear it all the time with women. They have women. Let me ask you a question, Miss Callie. Women have daytime talk shows that disrespect men. Do they not?
I wouldn't say they disrespect men. What do you mean by they disrespect men?
Okay, let me ask you a question. Are there any daytime talk shows full of men talking about women? Like, for example, like The View in daytime shows like that cater to women. Are there any daytime shows that cater to men?
I don't think that would cater to men because I don't think that's what men are interested in. I don't think they would get a lot of, because men don't sit around and talk like that.
Exactly. But what I'm saying,
I'm curious real quick. First of all, I appreciate everybody for tuning in. Tough Love, Mario J. We have Kevin Sales. We have Miss Callie, Miss Brown Callie on the building. But I got to give a shout out and a special thanks for my homeboy. Ricky Manor is in the building. I would love to hear Ricky Manor's perspective on this situation. So I'm going to give him the floor. Ricky, you got it.
All right, you guys can hear me?
Yep.
All right, so basically this is my whole issue with that is like, the brother saying on the line, the big disconnect that comes is like these black sisters, they tear brother's self-esteem down before he's like 18 years old. So when he ends up in a bad relationship or a bad situation, this comes, and I've seen this happen, especially like some of my brothers that grown up in like single-headed households where the mom would call them ugly. Then they'll go to school and you got the ugliest bitch in the school calling them ugly. So they're feeling like they're ugly. Then they grow up and then it's like these other women, these sharks, are swimming around this brother. He ends up in a bad relationship, you know what I'm saying? Because she already knows she can manipulate him sexually, manipulate him mentally, manipulate him spiritually. You see what I'm saying? Nobody has that kind of sympathy when that happens to us. We're just as emotional.
Good point. Miss Brown, what you think about that?
Well, that's new to me because I never around that type of stuff where people talk to. I have 3 boys that I had, and I never spoke to them that way. It's kind of new to me to hear something like that. But and they're all adults. I think the issue is that if you didn't like it, why would you do someone else? If you didn't like to be treated that way, why would you do someone else? And I think that's the whole thing to change people's mindset. Like, this is not okay. It's okay to say that to men. It's not okay to say it to women. And now, I don't agree that his channel should be taken down. I think that's going too far because she was a participant. She just hung up. She could have left it, she could have ended the interview. And she chose to continue with it. So I don't agree with that. But I see why women are upset because he could have had some tact. He control at some point. And I don't see how help.
Okay.
Oh, it definitely helped her. Trust me, it helped her.
How do you think it helped her, Kevin?
It helped her because I don't think that, judging by the way she looked with all that clown makeup on and this and that, and the lady's dark skinned, so I don't understand why she's wearing that much makeup. Dark skinned women don't need makeup. Dark skinned women have a natural beauty to them anyway, where they don't need all that goddamn makeup. But I don't think nobody in her life. I beg your pardon, sir?
Agreed. Dark-skinned women are very beautiful. They come out the box ready to work.
And so I don't think anybody in her life ever told her about herself. And I think that night she probably realized, okay, instead of me having these crazy expectations, let me work on myself first. And I think that helped her on herself. I think what's it going to do is it's going to say, okay, she's going to reevaluate her femininity and her womanhood. That's what I believe would have happened. And that's why I like Kevin Samuels to a degree. Because if you're because a lot of times black men simp for women. They tell them what they want to hear. A lot of black women need to be told the truth instead of what they want to hear.
Okay. First of all, I appreciate everybody for tuning in. It's not that late, but depending on where you are, it could be a little bit later. I appreciate everybody tuning in. This is reaching the 9 p.m. mark for me. So I want you guys, I'm about to give you guys an opportunity to let everybody know where they can find you at, where they can reach you at. So I'm going to, since Kevin is at the top, I'll do it like this. Since Miss Brown Callie is at the bottom, I'm going to do it since she's the only female on the platform. I'm going to give you guys an opportunity, then I'm going to close the show out. An opportunity to tell people where they can find you at, if they want to follow you on social media, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So Miss Brown Callie, the floor is yours. Go ahead and do your thing.
You can follow me on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook at Miss Brown Callie.
Okay. For some reason, I thought you had a whole little, a whole little big thing, but okay. All right. Make sure you guys.
No, that's it. That's all the same.
Okay. Y'all make sure y'all follow Miss Brown Callie, YouTube, Facebook, etc. I'll make sure that hopefully she drops her link inside of the chat. so that way you guys can follow her and you know what I'm saying, get more feedback or whatever. Let her know what you felt about this conversation or whatever. I really appreciate her blessing the spot and being able to hold it down with all the dudes and you know give her perspective. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. Kevin, you still there?
Have a good night.
Have a good one. Yeah, you can follow me at Kevin in Sales. I have a YouTube channel. It's Kevin in Sales. KEVIN Sales SALES. Thanks for having me on, man. You
No
guys have a
doubt,
good
bro.
one.
Come back soon.
Absolutely.
All right, brother.
Peace.
Big Rick, you got it.
Okay, I'm here. Yeah, my name is Ricky Manor. You can find me on YouTube under the name Ricky Manor, the Melanated Rebel. If you ask about what you see in the background, I can explain it to you. Just don't look at my channel and start throwing names at me. But I can explain.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, Ricky is a gentleman that I discovered here on YouTube, along with Delica Jewel and some other people that's been rocking with me since day one. Definitely doing big things. Y'all make sure that y'all holler at Ricky Manor's channel. Good guy. Whatever. I'm about to get out here, but before I do, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to know that this is about the empowerment of everybody. Forget your color, forget your creed, forget your race. This is about everybody. This is about empowering us as humans. You know what I'm saying? To love more, to feel more, to share more, to show more, you know what I'm saying, confidence. We can't get there by tearing each other down. We can't get there by not having a tough conversation. If you're going to step up to the plate, make sure that you're ready to knock the ball out of the park. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Mario J. This is Tough Love. Until next time, you guys adult up. Please subscribe, please like, please share, leave some feedback. I love to hear feedback. Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitch. I'm all over the place or whatever the case may be, but I want to hear from you guys. I really respect you guys. I love the fact that you give me, you know what I'm saying, the energy that I give you. I'm out, man. I'm about to go eat. I'm out. But before I'm out, you know I got to drop this on y'all.
Oh, you motherfuckers. Okay. All right. I'm putting cases on all you bitches. Huh? You think you can do this shit? Jay! You think you can do this to me? You motherfuckers will be playing basketball in Pelican Bay when I get finished with you. Shoot program, nigga. 23-hour lockdown. I'm the man up in this piece. You'll never see the light. And who the fuck you think you fucking with? I'm the police. I run shit here. You just live here. Yeah, that's right. You better walk away. Go on, walk away, because I'm going to burn this motherfucker down. King Kong ain't got shit on me.
You're all a bunch of fucking assholes. You know why? You don't have the guts to be what you want to be. You need people like me. You need people like me so you can point your fucking fingers and say, that's the bad guy. So, what'll I make you? Good?